In this lesson of Sharh Kitab al-Da' wad-Dawa, Al-Shaykh Abd al-Razzaq al-Badr, Hafidhahullah, explains with Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah the true nature of shirk, that in reality it is to compare the creator to the creation, and the creation to the creator. Ibn al-Qayyim says that real tashbīh, false assimilation, is not to affirm the perfect names and attributes that Allah affirmed for Himself and that His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam affirmed for Him. Rather, true tashbīh is to lower Allah to the level of His creation, or to raise created beings to the level of the Lord. Yet many people have reversed the truth. They call the negation of Allah's attributes tawheed, and they call acts of shirk respect and devotion. The Shaykh explains that there are two main kinds of wrong assimilation. The first is to liken Allah to His creation, as when people deny His perfect attributes under the claim of purifying Him, until they end up describing a God who does not speak, does not hear, does not see, and whose reality is almost like nothingness. Trying to flee from tashbīh, they fall into another kind of disrespect by comparing Him to what is impossible or lifeless. The second kind is to liken created beings to the Creator. This is the clearest form of shirk, when someone gives a created being something of the exclusive rights or absolute perfection that belong only to Allah. Full trust, worshipful love, absolute fear, and supplication and hope, as if that being controls harm and benefit. This is what happens when a person calls upon someone unseen, seeks rescue from him, or puts his deepest hope in him, like he should only do with Allah. Ibn al-Qayyim explains that the mushrik, in reality, is making a horrific comparison. He puts on the same level a created being who cannot bring benefit or harm to even himself, who cannot control life, death, or resurrection, and the Lord, in whose hand is all command, who owns creation and decree, and whose perfection is complete and absolute. He calls this the ugliest form of tashbīh. The Shaykh reminds us that the human being, by nature, is poor and dependent on his Lord at every moment. He mentions the meaning of the Hadith Qudsi, "O my servants, you will never be able to harm me, and you will never be able to benefit me." Allah is free of all need, perfect in Himself, and no act increases or decreases His perfection. To place a weak, limited creature at the level of a perfect, self-sufficient Lord is the peak of injustice. Ibn al-Qayyim then points out that among the exclusive qualities of divinity is absolute perfection and the right to be worshipped alone. This means that the highest levels of love, humility, veneration, fear, hope, dua, tawakkul, and turning back, inaba, must be given only to Allah. Giving this level of servitude to a created being is to place him side by side with Allah in the very core of his exclusive right. The Shaykh explains next that true servitude, ubudiyya, is the combination of extreme love and extreme humility towards Allah. If one of these is missing, worship is not complete. When someone directs this kind of love and humiliation to other than Allah, he has made that other a rival to Allah in his heart. Ibn al-Qayyim also notes that devils have managed to corrupt the fiqh of many people. Some end up believing that denying Allah's attributes is the real way to glorify Him, and that bowing and submitting deeply to created beings, giving them rights of worship, is a sign of piety and love. The messengers and the revealed books were sent to correct these inversions, to bring hearts back to the light of tawheed, and to teach that the true greatness is to affirm Allah just as He described Himself. Finally, the Shaykh concludes with Ibn al-Qayyim that the most dangerous kind of shirk lies in the realm of love and humiliation. When a person gives to someone other than Allah absolute obedience, total submission, or a love on the level of Allah's love, he has given that being a share of the Lord's exclusive right. Therefore, the sincere believer takes great care to purify his heart, to reserve this level of love and humility for Allah alone, and to meet his Lord with a sound heart, free of all tashbīh and every form of shirk.